skin, suck it to me. And they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of flexing mamas. But I hit the highs men, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it.
The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the...
Used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and to run it. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. And birthday, got another hit, no flinch, and I tell them send a watch that I can fit both wrists. She on the class trying to get it nigga. She think I'm a last cause I got a pass with her. And I ain't trying to let it down, but I'm not. If you was trying to settle down, get a fact. Song pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights off, lights on. Chinese throw the chicken, need a wipe to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Pick 'em like, she running up, she one of them. She pay her bill, she it up. 52nd Street, I double down, then I doubled up. 2023 and I'm the only coming up, yeah.
Can't stop till we all up in. I rock with the whole world sing. Rock when I do like this, it's the big black dog.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond in the rough. 24 kind VB.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
Young. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Panthers at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Young going to get this complete, meanwhile to Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get into him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. 2nd and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record. There he goes, left side. Across midfield. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January.
And that's caught inside the 35. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Young on third down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down, Indianapolis.
Six 0 our score after one.
With the score, Colts 6, Panthers 0.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 94 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On second down, it's Taylor. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run once more with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Gay's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic.
meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Young from the shotgun. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. .39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A give for Taylor running right side. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd and 12. Off play action. Richardson. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gay is on for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
16. Panthers nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
23. Panthers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Back to it after the pick six. Young. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman as the first half is winding down. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
From the 41, this is second and a yard. Again, it's Taylor. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 128 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a guy who played collegiately a couple hours north of here, Darrington Evans.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Richardson working from the gun.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Young.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Young off the play fake.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Young throwing complete there to Mingo. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he's got it down to the 28. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Second down, back to Sanders, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity.
Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally as a rookie. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second and 9.
On the option, here's Minshew. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
At the 37-yard line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll go again here with Evans. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D.J. Johnson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Gets through, and now an opening. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Now he's free at the 35. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Second and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run the option. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Gay missed it. Pulled it off to the left, and this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on 1st down.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Let's go. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Young. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Panthers' 37-yard line.
That complete to Downs. Sheds off the tackle and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
And the Colts 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
I should have served the other one, but he right back for another one. Quarter on a quarter, how you double up right off the bus. Soon as he touch down, run the money up. 1-on-1. Water, a little vinegar mix, it's tough enough to take another. Still plenty room, you get money with my run, been nothing but a stun. I done up a bunch of them. This what got them ducking me. They don't come out the house like a punishment. The ones they jumping me. 4-5 years and they work is numbing me. Too forever. She won't rushing me. Ask anybody what's up with me. Rolling butt off. Been up a week, why could never out hustle me? They was older, broker than the younger me. Back then they couldn't with me. I ain't never punched no card or made no money off no. They focus you on live. The net and what you post on it don't mean you a real. All it takes for you don't get your way and now you feel different. All it takes for you that paper now you feel different. All it takes don't talk you for a day and now you feel different. All it takes for you to catch a case and now you feel different. I swear I don't feel make me feel different. I swear I don't feel never feel different. Get established. Better bow her head when I walk past her. Where your manners? As a kid, stay with my granny. Daddy went to jail for lost my only chance being happy. Damn what happened. Outcome match my actions. Talk then I back it. Great example. I'm the standard. Come to preaching what you practice. Actually, I can't fathom or rationalize and move past it. He turned this from his section, Island Daily, well respected, well connected. Look there, tell me God gon' let us into heaven with this. Stay focused, you won't live. The net and what you post on it don't mean to a real self. All it takes for you don't get your way and now you feel different. All it takes for you that paper, now you feel different. All it takes don't talk you for a day and now you feel different. All it takes for you to catch a case and now you feel different. I swear I don't feel make me feel different. I swear I don't feel never feel different.
Sometimes they call me Lucifer. Talk about you do this and that. Ain't none of that new to us. Acting like that you pop off. No damn well that you grew to us. Been in my own lane. Carry you like that dually truck. Trend following. I'm surprised you just now catching up. It's my way or the highway, baby girl. I'm not a settler. Don't play with my kind. I'm out of my mind. I promise they get pitiful. They love me. I promise I do the bare minimum. My people, they say that I'm underrated, but it's crazy. I'm steady, they killing them. Can't ride my wave, I'm flipping them. Come up for some earth and I'm dipping them.
I'm so sick of all you. Weak, lame. Sick of being so humble, man. It's bad for that, man. It's 2023. Man, who died? Talk about, man. All I wanna do is talk and talk and talk. I can really give up. Yeah, look, you flooded that they wanna be just like me. They been borrowing a pen, but they ain't writing me. But still forgot I got the drop from your wifey. Yeah, the was in the glove, where the vices be. Yeah, how you gon' act like we don't know the same? Hey, y'all looking like they in the same clothes, new skin, script, the BBLs in your waist, though. Yeah, like them, we don't waste, though. I've been working 25, I need a trip. Used to looking on the